Hey guys, what's up? Pixel Art Builder 583 here again. Welcome back for yet another edition of the PAB Magazine. After some stuff that I needed to take care of, both personally and professionally, I've come again to tackle another month for the books. It was pretty hard to do, so don't ask me what happened or other personal stuff like that just yet. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna go on to Sam once more for his own topics to cover.
Thank you once more, Pix. Him. Now then, onto the first series you know the name of, which I don't need to say at this point. Speaking of which, it is now official that Season 8 Episodes 1 and 2 are finally out. As of this moment, there are still Episodes 3 through 5 to go for the first half. Oh, I will be clear on this, don't expect them to come out before the end of this year. But rather, they might come out when 2024 hits. While that appears to be the case, we hope for it to be maintained, as shit like this is tentative and is expected to change one way or another. Either way, we are not going to rush development of the thing, though we hope to stay consistent on development one episode at a time. It was hard making episodes 1 and 2, so, if anything, we're gonna keep our expectations rock bottom low for the others. Not that we're being pessimistic or anything, but you should know what we mean at this point. Going away from the Minecraft bit for now, we're also going to be talking about Microsoft Sam Reed's Funny Signs and Errors Mark II. As you may have noticed, Episode 2 has been uploaded for a while and Episode 3 hasn't been worked on yet, but if I'm being honest, no, we have not forgotten that yet. We are, however, planning the episode out into the errors and signs that have been requested and accepted as of the current year this is in, and the same is going to apply for Episode 4. Half will go into each episode, as the routine has always been before. Oh, and also, we are working on renewing the error and sign requesting system, where there would be most of the people requesting errors and signs through the series Discord server, as well as the stuff that was going to be in Google Forms. At this state, however, the Forms part is at its early predecessor stage, where there would be one prime source of errors and signs to request. However, since Atom Smasher's demise, we've been looking for a way to improvise with the error and sign requesting forms, and there have been alternate sources that were found. So, we are hoping we can incorporate those sources into the forms, when we have the right timing to do it. But that still guarantees nothing and such at this point. In other words, nothing's guaranteed. But other than that, we are hoping to get at least Episode 3 out before the end of this year. Shifting topics yet again, we are going into Microsoft Sam and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2. First thing to talk about there first is Episodes 4 and 5. Firstly, Episode 4 is currently being worked on at the moment, which would include a campaign that me and Mike played over 7 years ago, counting to 8, if you look at the original upload date. We know, Episodes 3 and 4 have been recorded back in August, and there was no real time of when we could start editing those respective videos. Come to think about it, we never predetermine real times when, it just comes at around random, if anything. But that is beside the point. Episode 4 is in progress, but we may also need to talk about Episode 5 as well. It's unlikely that the previously anticipated roster there will stay as of lately, because one collaborator has been dealing with grief for a few weeks, somewhat taking some time away from Discord and Steam as a result. That's as far as Pix and his PAB 583 Productions team knows, anyway. So therefore, we are going to look for another replacement to fill the void for the time being. With that being said, we are also going to be talking about the crossover, which has never been addressed since June of this year. The prime reason for that was because Pix was completely hell-bent in ending the hiatus of Season 8's development of MSSPMC. There were other reasons for that as well, though we don't exactly have the time or energy to explain off the top of our minds. One reason was definitely personal and professional business, which was a given, which is a key reason why the crossover for this and MacLeod and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2 was never addressed. It was mentioned in one of the past updates this year, but we never proceeded to do that quite yet. We might get back to work on that at some point, now that Mac Alex and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2 is finished, but we will need to wait at a substantial point, where it's necessary to do so. Oh, and one more thing. Since I brought up Mac Alex and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2, there's the bad ending thing that was being considered, right? About that, there was criticism of that idea, saying that it would ruin the good ending in the long run, even if it wasn't the real ending. And then there was also another opinion suggesting, if we wanted to get a bad ending for this, we would have to have them fail on purpose or some shit like that. Pix's idea, however, was to reuse the cold stream material there and use different lines for the episode. Which, to me, is repetitive and not creative anyway, considering that this is supposed to teach Alex and company a thing or two about teamwork and how to put differences aside at the grimmest of situations. But I'm not saying this needs to be entirely abandoned, either, so I might as well leave a middle ground for everyone to decide, when it comes to the bad ending scenario. What does everyone here think? Should we, or should we not, make the bad ending to the Mac Alex and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2 stuff? Don't immediately answer that, because we have more ground to cover in this edition. Another item on the agenda is Microsoft Sam Plays Killing Floor 2. I know we said last month that we'd figure out how to address Season 6's lack of episode development lately, but we found one breakthrough of it so far. Keywords being so far, because that's bound to change soon. Episode 6 will be dumbed down to 2 people playing, myself included in the mix, alongside someone that you'll just need to imagine for yourself. After that particular episode, we'll involve a total of 3 people in the roster, which is gonna be in episode 7 and focused on the latest update for the game this year. Me and a few other people will be involved in that, since one of them managed to get the game working without any crashing errors in the game, or, as the title gives them out, bug splat errors. We might also plan on giving the absent collaborator I mentioned earlier another spot in the series, if and when he gets back from what's going on for him. But either way, those 2 episodes will be planned one way or another, expect changes as always. Now then, it's on to Mary for her piece of content to update us on.
Thank you, Sam. Now then, it's about time I get the ball rolling with Microsoft Mary Plays Shantae and the 7 Sirens. The thing for that is that 6 more episodes have been recorded ever since last month at its beginning, and I admit, nothing has been done about any of them. Business was also in the way for that, which is again, a given. But I will be clear on this one. Given that particular business, I hope we can get more episodes out, including the 6 that were recorded at this point. I know, I'm not intending to rush anything, as some people would say to us, don't rush. Because of course, hobbies like videos are an art, that means you cannot and should not rush it. So to curb the episode manufacturing process, I could probably make 2 or 3 episodes in each of the upcoming months. Or 1 or 2 every week, or so. But then again, that would be following a strict deadline, and of course we are not usually known for that. But either way, we'll try finding ways to be consistent on those episodes without rushing the production. Anyway, we'll be on to Substance Overseer Fire for his piece of content to cover.
Thank you, Mary. Anyway, we shall be on to Substance Overseer Fire and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2. I know I said previously that we would create episodes whenever it is most convenient and whenever we feel like it, but that pacing would take forever, thinking back to what I said before. What made me think that is because it's only the intro that was made for this series and nothing more. As a result of this, I don't want to leave anything in any nook and cranny unchecked. I know we can still do episodes whenever we please, but there's a time and place for everything, as they say. And that time and place should be soon, as far as I can say it, or some shit like that. And I might go into a few words as to what I was saying before, which are that I may intend on making episodes based on whole campaigns and not in parts, since Sam and Alex's series on L42 did the campaign parts for certain episodes already, and I want to eliminate that trope. Plus, I want to ensure that nothing is redundant in any sort of way, shape or form, and I wish to make shit as reasonably challenging as possible and not have to worry about anything being too hard to handle. Sorry if it seems like I'm throwing unnecessary punches, but the band-aids have to be ripped out at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna pass the torch on to Natural Sam for the remaining content.
Thanks, Fire. Now then, let's go for the Christmas special of 2023 and what we can expect from it. We said last year that the previous special would be the last traditional special for the time being, that being with the Christmas presents and party and that other formulaic shit, and now we're sticking to it for this year. Instead, what we may work on is going to be a bit connective to the first Christmas party that was done in PAB 583 history, leading up to where we are now. It's essentially a concept that was going to be implemented in an after special of last year, but that did not release ultimately because it was tied with someone else doing a special of their own at the time. But now, we are taking matters into our own hands to clear out any confusion that the previous special caused towards its end. We are going to take it one step at a time, however, and another thing to compensate for that is that there will consequently be a short video indicating a New Year's party that may be more of a skit than anything else. One stepping stone at a time is where it will be at. Oh, and before we forget anything, we haven't forgotten about that one project that involves both me and Sam in some way, or at least pixel art and one of his collaborators. For a synopsis, remember when it was said that this was going to be the 11th year anniversary special on Pixel Art's YouTube channel? That shit was basically fraud in at least some ways, that aged like milk on our parts. That was when we said we would make an SSBMC Season 8 Episodes 1 and 2 the 11th anniversary special. However, in our part, we might make this one still happen regardless of the date, even though to some people, it won't feel the same. Do expect the project to be out at around 2024 however, since in December, we'd pretty much be busy whipping up the Christmas special as well as the New Year's Eve skit. However, I will leave 2 hints for some of you to take into consideration while we plan it. 1. It has something to do with robots, and 2. It's in a game that me and Sam used to play all the time before we moved on. With those hints being said, we shall go back to pixel art for the moment of truth.
Thank you, Natural Sam. Now then, it's about time for this compulsory recap of this edition. You guessed it, you got right, and witnessed it, so time for the key takeaways. 1. Microsoft Sam Plays Minecraft Season 8 Episodes 3 to 5 won't be out until 2024 most likely. 2. We hope to release Funny Signs and Errors Mark II Episode 3 before the end of this year. 3. Episodes 4 and 5 will be focused on in Microsoft Sam and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2, as well as the crossover and the potential and debatable bad ending of Mac Alex and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2. 4. Season 6 Episodes 6 and 7 will be planned out for Microsoft Sam Plays Killing Floor 2 at some point. 5. Microsoft Mary Plays Shantae and the 7 Sirens next 6 episodes will be worked on in a consistent but fair manner. 6. Substance Overseer Fire and Friends Play Left 4 Dead 2 is being planned soon, as we would hope. 7. The Christmas special of 2023 will focus on something else instead of the traditional Christmas present and party formula, but we'll have something to compensate for that. 8. Me and one of my collaborators will get to the original 11th year anniversary special project soon, but most likely in 2024. And that's all she wrote for this one, folks. If you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos in the future. This is Pixel Art Builder 583, signing off. Peace out.